In today's video, we are going to help you find the G-spot. So if you've ever wondered whether it's real, it exists, and how to find it, today's video is going to help you to figure it out. Well, Kevin, come on. Do you really think we need a magnifying loupe or light?
Maybe.
I am Céline Remy, the intimacy angel.
And I'm Kevin Anthony, the truth warrior. And if you still believe there's no such thing as a G-spot, then you better make sure that you like, share, and subscribe.
Every woman has a G-spot. Now, because you have one doesn't mean that it's alive and can really respond very well. What I have noticed is that sometimes when women have had traumas or difficult situations or experiences that happened, what they start to do is to numb out, so that the areas inside of their vagina just doesn't feel much anymore, and they're like, no matter how much pressure, there's nothing happening. But just because they don't feel it doesn't mean that they don't have a G-spot. Now, someone has clarified that we call it a spot, but it really is not a spot. It's not like a button. It's more of an area, in that this area will shift and change as she gets more engorged, as per how deep it is and maybe how wide.
So, Celine, how deep is it?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Kevin. You will find all over the internet different answers, but let me tell you from a woman with a G-spot where it is. It's not as deep as you think. The actual G-spot is about 1 knuckle to 2 knuckle deep, and so that's not really that much. So start with 1 knuckle and then see, and maybe if she's not feeling much, or if you're not feeling the sensation, and we'll come back to that in a minute, then you can go deeper. But you really don't have to go that deep. If you're going all the way in, you are not on the G-spot area anymore.
All right, so the next question that comes up when trying to find the G-spot is, we know how deep it is, but where is it directionally? Is it up? Is it down? Is it side to side? Where exactly is it? Well, it's actually up. So if you're inserting a finger, you're going to gently reach up. You do that sort of come here kind of a motion if you want to stroke the G-spot.
So it's towards her pubic bone, because it's up if she's laying on her back, but it's down if she's on her belly. So you just want to think to go towards her pubic bone, or like where the pubic hair are, if she has any hair.
These days she probably doesn't.
So how do you know if you're hitting it? Like, what does it feel like to your fingers? Because you can feel it. There is a difference in the way that it feels. There's literally like ridges. It's not as smooth when you are on that area.
Yeah, and that's how you know that you're there. You feel little ridges, and if you move too far to either side, or too deep in, or too close to the entrance, you'll feel that the skin is actually different there.
Yeah, so if it feels too smooth, you're not on it. Now, you kind of want to think of it as like, it could be anywhere between the 11 and 1 o'clock. Usually it's at that 12, right? That's if we were to put a clock inside of the vagina, but it can shift a little bit to the side. So if you're not finding it exactly at that like 12 o'clock, explore a little bit towards 11, explore a little bit towards 1 o'clock.
And remember that every woman is different. The shape, the depth of the vagina, it's always a little bit different depending on the woman, so you need to find exactly where it is on your particular woman.
Now, let's talk about how to stimulate the G-spot. Number 1, you want to go slow, and you want to make sure that she is aroused before you do any penetration of any kind. You want to make sure she is engorged, that her vulva on the outside is swollen and engorged and looks good, that her body is kind of like already wet or wanting some more. You don't want to just go right in and if she's not ready, okay? So you make sure that she is prepared, engorged, and ready. Now, first move that you can do on the G-spot is a simple movement of side to side. Also, you don't want to put too much pressure. The G-spot likes it gentle You can always build up more, but if you go too strong, too quickly, she will shut down and she will not like the stimulation.
And that's the number one mistake that men make. Oh yeah, I found the G-spot. Let's push on it.
Yeah, no, that's not what you're trying to do. You want to gently awaken it. So side to side is your motion number one.
Motion number two would be circles. You can use little circles.
Gentle circles. And if she's not lubricated enough, make sure you use lube. That does not feel good if it's dry. No, any motion not dry does not feel good.
If she's not lubricated enough, what is your finger doing in there anyway?
That's true. Motion number three, you can use a thrusting motion of backward and forward. Like that.
Generally a slow thrusting motion. You're not going
Oh, I'm cringing just to think about that.
See?
Oh, no, stay away.
All right, and the next one is the come hither, which is kind of like a soft stroking like this.
Yeah, and you can kind of combine it with that forward and backward, but with a little curl of the finger. And then last but not least, it's a shaking vibration of the G-spot. So you stay on the area and you kind of hold it down and do a little shaking. And that can feel really good.
All right, so now that you know how to find it, it's time to practice. Wait, I need some help.
And make sure you let us know in the comments below which movement and motion she preferred. And thank you so much for watching today's video, and we will see you in our next video.